So, unconventional eating. Yeah, that old phrase, you are what you eat. I mean, it's really definitely true that the things you're putting into your body are definitely express themselves in, how you act and think. And like, when I was going to Food for Thought, the summer camp that I talked about, like, organic gardening and stuff like that, and how it was all vegetarian, all the food was organic. I mean, they told us that like, the reason they don't want any meat, they were very clear not to bring meat to their summer camp, was because they wanted, like, they kept telling us, like, your body is like a car. The fuel you put in is the how your machine, your body works. I mean, because you put in crap, you get crap out. Toxics in, toxics out. Toxics in, toxics out. Yeah, like, that's why I don't eat junk food, because I'm not junk. Or at least. No, I know that I'm vegan, and, yeah, so unconventional eating is also like, on this video show that you want just what you like eat take in through your mouth, but eat means just consume, and like being a consumer that's consuming whatever magazines you're reading or whatever you're looking at on Facebook or social media or the internet, eBay, Amazon, I mean, like targeted advertisements, because of what you're looking at, they assume, oh, you're that kind of person, so, yeah. And also what you're hearing, like music, whatever type of music you are, like, if you're a depressed person, or, I don't know, one of the more, like, hardcore, grungy type people, like, you listen to grunge music, or, like, hard rock, heavy metal, and I guess more, like, cheerful, happy-go-lucky people, kind of airheads, I think, listen, like, Taylor Swift, or, I don't know, something poppy, Justin Bieber. I guess, like, your music preferences don't really tell who you are as much. Like, I know it would be wrong to generalize, but I mean, like, there have been lots of studies done. You may or may not know about, like, listening to classical music, or like, if you play an instrument, like I play a saxophone, or there's a reason why the kids that are in the band in school, like, I was in marching band in high school, the kids who play those instruments, classical instruments, or in the orchestra, who, I don't know, flute, clarinet, oboe, trombone, trumpet. I mean, not for everyone, doesn't, or for everyone. The general trend is that, yeah, there's a reason why those music kids tend to be the smarter ones, or they tend to, I don't know, answer most questions in class, or, like, my senior year of high school, like, in our, sociology class, I was, like, the only one who talked the whole year. Other people only talk when I force them to, when I call on them to read. Yeah, that was a fun class. So yeah, there have been so many studies done about how, like, especially playing a musical instrument makes your the memory work better, or like you, I guess, thinks outside the box more. It's like, I guess music kind of uses that other side of your brain that you don't normally use, like the right side, the feminine side, thinking outside the box. So things aren't always black and white, things are gray. Yeah, because, I mean, what you see, like what you're viewing with your eyes, what TV you're watching, or what videos you're watching on the internet, or Netflix, or, I don't know, if you go out into nature, or, like, depending on what colors you're seeing, natural tones, like, see grass or trees, you see a lot of green, or, I know you're walking in the woods, just natural earth tones, or, yeah, I mean, this is why, like, the Chinese have the feng shui, because they know, like, if you position things in a room the right way, when you have a balance of all the shapes, all the colors, all the elements, like, that's gonna affect the way your brain works. Like, the Japanese always talk about, or not Japanese, but Chinese, or, yeah, feng shui people talk about, like, no rough edges, because, like, I've actually listened to a talk that said, like, the softer your diet is, like, less hard crunchy foods you eat, more soft food, makes more, like, new neurons in the brain so you can learn better. Or, so yeah, stop taking and thing about you are what you eat, unconventional eating. Like, there is, they do exist, fruitarians, like people who only eat fruit. I'm sure that, no, there are kind of some problems with that diet, like a protein, or, like, I think if you want to change something in your life like that diet, there's always gonna need to have a transition period. Like, get your body used to it, not just with food. Your body can get used to just about anything. Like, when you're learning something, you always want to take it slow, and yeah, then you can run with it. You need to crawl, then walk, then run. And, so yeah, like the whole, like, reason fruitarians have for, like, eating is because, one, like, why they believe food should be eaten in its most natural state. Like, yeah, if you wouldn't eat it when it's raw, then why would you eat it when it's cooked? Or, like, because then it's not really the same food anymore. But, like, yeah, they believe, again, like, soft, they recommend avocados, bananas, like, because, I mean, back in caveman days, Paleolithic era, or whatever, Mesolithic, Neolithic, uh, um, those cavemen walking through the woods, like, if they came upon, like, there was some cauliflower and, I don't know, whatever, kale, watercress on the ground, but above that there was this bright bunch of, bananas and, or strawberries, or bush of strawberries, or whatever fruit, like, you know, because colorful, they'd want, humans are attracted to color. That's why they, like, there are all those warnings on, like, bleaches, detergents, for little kids, like, infants or toddlers, will, they might think it's candy because, you know, color, I guess, like, that's our innate, humans like color. I mean, it's definitely true, you are what you eat, like, the reason people always think like foreigners smell bad or whatever, the reason that's sort of a thing is because, you know, they just eat different. Like, I think different races have actually, like, depending on melanin, like, foods taste different. Like, yeah, each race is like, yeah, acquired taste. Like, oh, and there is, like, this sort of crazy, but something called ahimsa, which is, people that will only eat fruit that falls off a tree, only if it's fallen off a tree. Because they believe, like, if you just rip it off, that's hurting the tree or hurting whatever plant. Uh, well, those are mostly Jainists, people who are, they came out of India and, oh, well known fact about Jainism, well known religion too, but Jainism was the original people to use the swastika as their cross. The same swastika that Hitler used for the Nazis. See, they used it like way, way before him. Because in Jainism, it represents complete nonviolence. Because, you know, Jainists were, they were like so peaceful, like they wouldn't drive because, like, they know when you drive, you're killing a bunch of bugs, and they don't want to kill any. They don't want to kill anything. Then Hitler took it and did what he did with it, and you know, so now it means like the reverse, but so back to Jainism and ahimsa. So I guess some of those people, they believe like if you're hurting the plant, you're hurting yourself, because like each individual, they believe each individual is like everything, like that's the plants are a reflection of you. So if you hurt it, like you'll hurt yourself. So that, I guess they believe don't be mean to people because you're like being mean to yourself. Don't hurt people's feelings. You're hurting yourself. Yeah, that's one unconventional way to eat. Oh, and the thing about like gluten free. One, I want to dismiss how like, I'm not gluten free. I haven't tried like because I know that's only for people with celiac disease, really. And if you say you have a gluten intolerance, it's like, I don't know, gluten intolerance and maybe something, but celiac disease is definitely way more serious. Because people with celiac disease, when they eat eat gluten, they're actually like, think their immune system attacks itself, or oh no, it's not good. Um, and people that just they say gluten intolerance. Well, I think that phrase is probably overused because I mean there are some like new age or not new age but like modern farming practices that make it so like the gluten containing products are different, so like the human body isn't really used to it, and yeah. So but I looked it up, but the thing about gluten is it is technically an opiate. And that means like it takes an effect on the brain similar to morphine or heroin. So it's kind of like a drug, like it is a kind of addictive. So that's why some people like overuse the term gluten free, or yeah, gluten free thing. And let's see, unconventional eating. What else? okay, what you're feeling, like, you know, all your senses, no matter what you're taking in, like, be through the air, it could be like fresh air, like getting outside. It all affects the way your body works, the brain, the everything. Like, if you do acupuncture, or acupressure, like I'm doing, like, you know, just apply pressure to your own parts of your body. It's like, if you look it up, it's amazing how the Chinese know about all these correspondences of these different parts of the body correspond to different parts. Like the middle toe corresponds to the nose, like nose congestion. Yeah. So no matter what you do, like, not just what you eat, but what you do, like, it's all determined by familiarity. Like, because if you're seeing a lot of you're just seeing things over and over again. Eventually, you're gonna believe it, or because you keep telling it to yourself, and then so you are what you eat. Um, one more about unconventional eating. Unconventional eating. Like this is why I earth, or why I stand barefoot on the soil, because you know you're taking in the soil through your skin, kind of, or whatever information the earth is sending to you. It's like, so you're more natural, or you have the information of the earth. And then why there's a certain thing called sun gazing or sun eating, where it's only done during the safe hours, which are the first hour after sunrise or the last hour before sunset. I mean, because the sun has a bunch of energy, a bunch of nutrients, information that you want to take in, like sun eating, like, because people who like sun gaze for needing to eat less, because I mean, food is just another form of energy, and you know, it's like, just as long as you're taking energy, that's eating. That's same thing. Um. So I guess that's all I want to say. Unconventional eating. You are what you eat. Remember that. Bye.